Hello, everyone. Well, first of all, let me say Happy New Year! So, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday celebration. I hope that you were able to ring in the new year in a very festive way. And as part of ringing in the new year, that means we are now in week 7 of this course. So this is the last week of this course. And in this last week of the course, first of all, I think it's important to kind of refresh you guys on what we were doing before the holiday break. So we were introduced to this concept of ethics, what it is, and looked at the different standards and approaches that are applied to ethics. We also looked at different integrity, morality issues in sports, and specifically around things like cheating and doping. We then looked at morality clauses, contractual language that seeks to mitigate situations involving bad behavior. And then we got into really considering what actually comprises an ethical dilemma, what that looks like in sport. And then we started looking at ethical dilemmas on the field of play, in particular, looking at situations where there is discrimination, gender inequality or inequities, and really looking at what happens when there is an ethical situation that arises in the context of sport. Then we got into the area of looking at sports organizations and corruption. So corruption in the organizations as well as corrupt activities that impact sports, such as match fixing. So those are the areas that we covered over the past 6 weeks. And now in this 7th week, we are going to look at some of the things that you can do about it. And in particular, we're going to look at a framework for ethical decision making. So the materials that you have will walk you through the consideration or the considerations that go into actually setting up this kind of framework or lens through which we can view ethical dilemmas and come out of it with some sort of resolution. Okay, so this week we're really looking at a framework that we can use as sports managers in order to arrive at an ethical, or at least the most ethical outcome or decision as possible. So, again, I'm going to remind you guys, I am looking forward to receiving your reflection information, so responses to your reflection questions, and also responses to your small group discussion questions. And also as a reminder, after this week, we will have our final exam as well. So I look forward to receiving the information from you, and enjoy the reading and materials.